Hey and welcome to my channel. My name is Nero and I hope that you had a great Christmas if you do celebrate Christmas, and if you don't, I hope you just had a good time these last few days. Honestly, it's already the 29th, so it's not exactly anywhere close Christmas anymore, but whatever. Around the middle of December, I realized that in order to better use this channel for the purpose that I intended to use it for, which is to chronicle and document my language learning progress, I thought it was a good idea to make two short videos every month, one at the beginning of the month and one at the end of the month, telling you what my goals are for the month, what I have planned language learning wise, and then at the end of the month I would kind of just tell you what I did that month, kind of reflect on it and just see if I have achieved my goals or not. So since I only got this idea around the middle of the month, I obviously didn't make a video at the beginning of the month, but yeah, I figured I might as well just do a recap video anyway, because I did a couple of things this month that I felt like talking about, so yeah. First up, I'm sure you've already noticed this if you have watched my big announcement video or if you follow me on Twitter. I started learning Latin, which has been very enjoyable. I think what I've liked the most about it so far is how kind of logical the grammar seems to me, because I've already studied other Romance languages and I'm also noticing parallels between Latin grammar and Russian grammar, and I feel like that's what I enjoy the most. I think that's super fun and I've been really enjoying myself. I started dabbling in Greek, which is kind of funny because I have never had an interest in Greek before. Literally ever. I have always had an interest in Greek mythology though, so I'm more interested in learning ancient Greek than I am in modern Greek, but ancient Greek textbooks are expensive and just dabbling in modern Greek is much easier and free, so that's what I've been up to. I would eventually like to study some ancient Greek, kind of in the same vein as with Latin, because I'd like to read some ancient Greek texts, but who knows when that will happen. This month I also really got into French again. If you don't know my history with French, I took like 4 years of French classes and was kind of traumatized by the teacher. This year I tried to get back to it. I haven't been super successful, but you know, I feel like I'm getting there and I'd like to focus on it in 2021. So yeah, this month I kind of laid a foundation. I did a lot of grammar, studying like vocabulary and all that kind of stuff. So I am feeling pretty positive about that. I also made sure to immerse myself in Russian this month. I think I watched a lot more content than I usually would, and I also watched the first Harry Potter movie in Russian. I'd like to watch the rest of the Harry Potter movies in Russian next year. I think this is a realistic thing. Like, I think that's gonna be pretty easy. I understood the vast majority of like non-magical made-up vocabulary. So yeah, it's been really enjoyable. I've been watching a lot of videos like this, and just overall trying to consume a lot of content in Russian. Also, this month I read my first book in Ukrainian. It was a picture book, so it didn't have a lot of pages and it didn't have a lot of text, but considering that I've never formally studied Ukrainian and I've only had a not a serious interest, just a passing interest in Ukrainian, it was fun. Like, I definitely am going to read more in Ukrainian next year, and I thought that reading my first book in Ukrainian was a good achievement. Lastly, I absolutely drowned in Anki reviews. I did thousands of reviews. Well, I had thousands of reviews due and went through them bit by bit, because in the past couple of months I have been studying for my final exam for my vocational degree, so I didn't really have a lot of time or mental energy to study languages, so I kind of just didn't do anything in that direction. I had a lot to do, and my goal was to be at 0 by the evening of the 31st, which I do think I can do. Like, I'm pretty optimistic about that, so yeah, I'll probably talk about that in January again. You may have noticed that I did not talk about Korean, Mandarin, and Japanese, oh, and Spanish, because even though I engaged with these languages this month, I didn't really do anything substantial. I've been trying to get back into like reviewing some of the Korean grammar that I learned this year, and just have had more of an interest in Japanese and Mandarin again, but I just had a lot of other stuff on my plate. It will be the same next month, so yeah, it's not like I've forgotten these languages and I've been reading and like learning vocabulary and stuff. Just didn't do anything that's really worth mentioning. Yes, so that was my December language learning recap. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I will see you in my next video. Also, bonus, I am totally wearing something underneath this. I just like noticed while filming that this totally looks as though I'm like naked or something. I am not. Please be aware that I am not. Okay. Alright, bye.